Good morning, everyone. I wanted to make a quick video to talk to you a little bit about Facebook and organic reach and kind of what that looks like and how you can build a natural audience in your group and some of the methods that I think are currently kind of going around with LuLaRoe consultants that I don't advise and kind of why. Ultimately, obviously, it's up to you all because you're building a group and you're building your own brand. So please do what you want to do, but I'll give you some suggestions of why Marisa and I didn't do some of these things and why, at least in the interim future, we're not planning on doing those things. Um, so the first one kind of going around is a leggings loop, which is basically where a bunch of consultants get together. They all, contribute to a giveaway, and then they list out the groups that you need to join, and then you kind of do a group hop. So the main reason why we don't do this is two reasons. Number one, you're advertising 40 other groups in your group to people. I don't believe that that's beneficial to you. And ultimately, if they hop along and find a consultant that they like better, then you've lost some of your core base of people who are going to buy from you. The second thing is that I don't believe it builds, it builds your numbers, but it doesn't build your quality. It doesn't build you people. It builds you people that are looking for a giveaway. It builds you people that are kind of unicorn hoppers. And so I don't know that this is something that you necessarily want to do because to me, growth isn't a big thing. We are at about 2,200 people, and I know a couple consultants that have over 10,000, and our sales are better. So numbers really don't mean a lot, and I want you to try not to focus on that number. I think a lot of you are building that organic growth that you're looking for, and that's a fantastic way to kind of do it. I know a lot's been said because I had a blog and I had a following, and I wore LuLaRoe for a very long time, and obviously that contributed a lot to what Maurice and I were able to do. But I've seen some fantastic things that you all have done in the short time that you've been onboarded, and I think that that's a testament to what this business can do, provided that you put in the hard work and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely think that you all, that you all are on the right track. So that's the first one is leggings loops. Number two, we don't do a ton of multi-consultant giveaways. I've heard from customers that they are extremely overwhelming, that they get bogged down by details and all that kind of stuff. And so I prefer kind of to leave ourselves, at least right now, separated from that. I don't know that down the line that won't change or that we won't make ourselves available to that. My sponsor does that a couple times. That's just not something that we're right now wanting to do, and we kind of really don't need to. So that's kind of where we are as far as that goes. And I'm trying to think. There's a few other things like leggings roulette and all that kind of stuff. If you've heard that, I prefer to just do mystery leggings. I feel like there's no pressure then. There's been some backlash about that and what it looks like as far as leggings roulette. So, don't investigate it if you don't already know what it is or you don't plan on using it. But that's kind of one other thing that we don't plan to do. So, growing an organic audience, a few of you have commented about how our group seems to be involved. Part of it is you have to kind of change your mindset that the really hard work is the business aspect of it. So, like, you know, doing invoices, shipping, posting your pictures, all that kind of stuff. That's business, and that's a huge part of this job, obviously, right? This business in and of itself is the fact that it's business. But the other element is that when you start to really believe in the mission of the clothes and you believe that people's lives can be altered because of what they put on or what they wear, or their mood can be altered or their confidence can be changed, then that kind of shifts your focus where you're kind of building, you're not building customers, you're building an audience and a community of women that support one another. And so it kind of happened naturally for us, but I started to find that we were investing in these women and they were investing in us and they were investing in each other. So you have people that will comment every time somebody posts a photo because they want to make somebody feel good. We had somebody who talked about how she wasn't sure how she looked in that, and we had 30 comments just to tell this woman that she looked great in what she was wearing. And so part of what it is that if you don't try to manufacture that and you try to build that naturally and just build it as a culture of positivity, a culture where you can be protected and your photos aren't going to be shared around and you can really kind of have the safe space of women, then you build this loyalty as far as like why they like to come to your group. That's why I'm so adamant about doing consistent posting, because it's kind of like if you talk to your friend and you want to build that rapport and that relationship, you're not going to go months without talking to them. And you'll only do that once you've established this relationship. So you kind of have to look at your VIP group as a group of friends. Like I wouldn't not talk to a friend for a day or a couple weeks. So invest in them and that return will come back to you, whether it's in sales or in word of mouth or things like that. And a lot of our growth hasn't been because I've said add your friends later on. I did that initially with like what you all are doing with like a leggings giveaway, but we haven't really had to do that because the growth just continues to happen sometimes slow, sometimes quicker. And I think that that's ultimately what you need to kind of hold on to, is that your group can be small, but it can have a huge impact as far as like what you're available to do. And then the final note that I would have is there's been a lot of talk about like loyalty and what people owe you, and um, talking groups, not necessarily here. The ultimate thing is that the beauty of LuLaRoe is that every consultant has something different. So everybody, even in our group, will have different things. There's things that you all have had that I was like, yeah, I want so bad. Um, that's the beauty of LuLaRoe. We never are of the opinion that people shouldn't shop elsewhere. We don't believe that our customers need to shop here. There's some consultants that believe that, and that's not really working for them. But if you can get that mentality of I need to build a solid customer base so that they want to buy from me sometimes. They may go here to find a unicorn print, then they come back to me, or they may go here because they need a skirt in that size that I don't have. I mean, that's the reality of LuLaRoe. Sometimes you don't have what people want, and sometimes you do. So I think that that's kind of when you shift that mentality, and that's why I think like with your friends and like making it more as people that you love and know, those relationships build and the return to you is so much greater than what you anticipated it could be. So think about those things as you start to formulate your posts. I think a lot of you have been asking really good questions like, where did you meet? Tell us something great about your life. I mean, who doesn't want to hear at the end of the day? I mean, I've had some really crappy days and I've gone in there and been like, please just tell me something good about your day. And reading like 40 comments of people that are like, oh my gosh, I had an ice cream cone for lunch or whatever. I mean, those things lift me up too. So I think that when you build that culture, and you build that positivity in that group of people, then you build really a family. You build a relationship. You build a community of women that love and support one another, but also look fantastic doing it. So those are just some of my tips and tricks. Totally, Marisa and I kind of just doing our thing. And then obviously creative marketing plays into that, and we'll talk about that in a couple weeks. But I hope you all can join us for the team dinner. We'd love to see you there. I'm going to make an event here because we just want to meet you and get to know you guys a little bit better and get to know you and your families. So, all right, have a fantastic Wednesday. If you have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.